Half an hour to kill. A half an hour to kill. My plane's taking off for Oklahoma City in half an hour. A half an hour to kill. I should be thinking about this thing I'll be doing in Oklahoma. Instead of that, I've sat myself down right square in the middle of things, and I'm thinking about a kid in a t-shirt, whomping space rats on a video machine. In the terminal with his dad, who's wearing a pink Ralph Lauren golf shirt and smiling his perfect blonde Texas teeth, smile, and his perfect blonde Texas hair. Well, the boy looks just like the dad, and the dad looks just like the boy, and just now the boy has whomped himself a space rat good. Yeehaw, shouts the boy. Yeehaw! He's shouted, he has whomped himself a space rat. That boy must have learned to shout yeehaw like that from his dad. Well, I purse my New York lips and I shake my New York mouth. Yeehaw, yeehaw. It just does not come out right. When I was dad's turn at the video game, it's only a matter of seconds before he's shouting, yeehaw, yeehaw. He has whopped himself a space right good. There are airports in every city. There are McDonald's in every town. But sure as shooting, there's only one place in this world where a boy and a man can yell, yeehaw, exactly like that. And here I've gone and set myself down right square in the middle of it. I walked through a room full of girls like they were cotton candy. Like I was a black ant caught in the folds of a pink carnation. Remembering what my mother told me, she said to me, you're supposed to enjoy yourself, George, and behave. Well, I didn't want to behave. I wanted to play hockey like the other boys, but I couldn't play hockey. I had to walk up to this grown man and shake his hand. He was an enormous hand. He had fingers like hot sausages. They were hairy, and they were suspicious, and they were way too wise. In fact, his hand was sweating even more than mine was. Man, that hand was big as a giant clam. The one that's always catching Lloyd Bridges by the foot and Seahawk wouldn't let him go, and there's old Lloyd wreathed in desperate bubbles and clawing away at his face mask, and all that water and breaking for commercial just couldn't come fast enough for me. But eventually, I got away from the man with the sweaty hands. And the girls were still there, and they had terrible smiles, ribbons in their hair. And I tried to loosen their tie, but no luck. I couldn't breathe. And one of the fat girls pinned me in the hallway and succeeded in kissing me. And when she was done with that, I went into the kitchen and I drank a lot of punch from a paper cup. I looked out through the kitchen window to where the sun was still shining, and there was a dog standing there with his tongue hanging out, and he was at the crazy end of a tethered rope, and he was just trying to get away from everything he knew in that yard. Everything he knew in that yard, which is surrounded by a tall fence and all that grass. And when I say grass, I mean that yard was covered with something very much like grass, but it wasn't exactly grass. It wasn't grass at all. In fact, the entire yard had been worn down to nothing but a thin layer of wafering nothingness. It's not a hard earth. Dug nest. Plenty of dust everywhere. Dust kicked up by the scrabbling four-legged madness of a dog who was trying to do nothing more complicated than just get away. The sun is shining. The sun is always shining in Hoboken, New Jersey. Even when it rains, the sun is shining. And the kids are reading all about it. If they're reading about love in the 10-cent candy store, then the trains roll in and the trains roll out, and the office workers are pouring into the streets which fill up with panhandlers and cheerleaders and children with fists full of jelly beans and flowers. There's sunlight everywhere. Sunlight is doing a peppermint twist in Hoboken, New Jersey. It is spring. It is the season for love and cheap seduction. Spring is the season of change and easy expectations. Even when ashes are floating across the river in lower Manhattan, there's a path train to catch, there's a skyline to admire, there's a portfolio to manage. Look at the skyline. Look at the skyline. Look! The skyline! Incredible! The Hudson River rolls on past. The Hudson River is blind as a bat. The Hudson River is singing like a canary in a windstorm. And the men brush off their jackets and walk into the bars. And the women tie up their hair and they smile at their own reflections. The world is full of nothing. The world is full of young people and old people and snarky bastards, but not today. Not today. Today's a reflection in the mirror, a perfectly imperfect reflection in the mirror. And the kid who looks like Steve McQueen, well, he walks into the bar and he unpacks his things from a band. He just strolls into this place like he's the blues itself. He's in a band, and he's going to play that fucking Fender guitar like it's Chicago. Like he's Muddy Waters. Well, if this is a map of America, we'd be in the middle of it, not less than a quarter of an inch from New York City. But it's not a map of America. It's Hoboken, New Jersey. We're counting bricks in the wall for the past train to come. And this is the quick road to Nirvana. And this is the sun shining. The sun shining. The sun's always shining. The sun is always going for a walk along the Hudson River. The kid walks out of the men's room with his guitar in his hand. He is Bruce Springsteen. He is Joe D. He smiles into the microphone. He's just happy to be here. And the rain comes pouring down.